and I can't believe how you made these cookies, Ninja.
Yes, so we currently don't have a working oven. We have an oven. We just haven't been able to put it in the wall yet because that's a whole thing and I
It's a
can't
little
lift
heavy.
it.
Yeah.
It's just a little bit. So I Googled it, and it's possible to make cookies in an air fryer.
What? I feel like I'm not utilizing the air fryer as much as I need to. I had no idea. I've
do you
never
use it
heard
for?
of this. Usually French fries, usually tater tots. Any type of potato I seem to put in the air fryer. That's about it. But cookies. So how long do you put the cookies in?
So my air fryer is kind of small, so I put in about 6 cookies at a time.
Okay.
For 7 to 9 minutes, and they came out chewy. So, but I like them like that when they're soft.
So 7 to 9 minutes is basically how long you would put them in an oven. So what's the difference? Why would you put them in an air fryer if you had a working oven?
I would probably bake them if I had a working oven.
Okay, so you
I
just
just
tried
really
it.
wanted to make cookies. But the thing is, if you use parchment paper, you have to poke holes in it. Otherwise, it could be dangerous. So keep that in mind.
What? In what way? Dangerous?
Yeah, because it could lift up the cookies into the paper can lift up if you don't poke the holes in it.
I
and
love
then
that
it could
look
catch
you're
fire,
getting right now.
So be careful. Make sure you poke holes in it.
So the parchment paper lifts up the cookies. I know.
That's just what the article said, and I was like, better be safe than sorry.
Well, yeah. I mean, always, follow the safety protocol. But okay, so how are the cookies? Has anyone tried? Because I haven't tried. She hasn't offered.
No.
There's one
It's
left.
not offered one to me.
There's only one left.
One
you
left?
guys want to half it?
How many-
Okay, just give us a little pinch, just so we know the air fryer cookie. This is weird, but you know what? I would like to learn how to make salmon in an air fryer
No,
because I
okay.
heard that was okay. So how is it?
Pretty good.
They look a little squished because they kind of like smush together with the air rolling around in there, but they taste good, I
With
think.
the air rolling around in there.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
His morning crew we were gonna do it at the same time.
Okay, we'll do it. We'll do it at the same time
Okay.
then.
His
Morning. We can't get
Rob
it
and
right.
Liz in the morning. With Brian's in it for Rob. It's his radio. And Ninja is schooling us this morning because she made cookies. Ninja's Cookie Corner. Do you have the jingle?
Ninja's Cookie Corner, the corner for you to have the cookies to make you smile all day through.
I love you so much.
That is, isn't she like cute? You just put her in you just put Ninja in your pocket and take her right
You know
home
what?
with you.
If I could, I would put her in my pocket, and anytime I got depressed, I would just take her out of my pocket, and she would sing her little Cookie Corner song, and I would
Sing
be
it again.
joyful.
Ninja in the corner.
All right, and go.
It's the Cookie Corner, set for you so that you can eat cookies all day through.
I mean, she sounds like she's 11 years old.
I know,
She's such a
but
cutie.
she's a married lady now. So we're talking about the air fryer because I didn't know that you can make cookies in an air fryer. And you know what I would love to learn is salmon.
Okay.
To make salmon in a air fryer. But Trisha, she evidently makes chicken breast, and she said marinade in zesty Italian dressing, and then you do 7 minutes on each side, and that makes delicious chicken. Salmon Salmon texted in and said, "Don't eat me."
That text right there sounds a little fishy to me.
It's from Alex. Alex makes salmon in the air fryer and said, "Put it in frozen, put all the seasonings in there, and boom, there you go."
All right, Pat, what do you do?
But I do Brussels sprouts in my air fryer.
Okay, so
And
how? Because Brussels sprouts are an acquired taste.
Well, I like roasted Brussels sprouts and roasted okra. So what I do is I just sometimes I use frozen, but sometimes I use fresh. I just wash them, and if they're frozen, I just put them in cold and like sea salt or pepper, whatever you want on them, and then put them in the air fryer. I usually do mine at 425 for like 8 or 10 minutes, depending on how big they are, and they just get nice and roasty. I do broccoli that way too, and it keeps me from heating up the big oven.
Yeah, and
I'd have to buy me some cookie dough mix now.
I know, and it kind of acts like a convection oven because the air is circulating.
I think y'all just threw a craving on me.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
So if you like to get free stuff, free meals, this could be a way to go.
Okay.
But there's more information. Maybe you've heard about this, but Subway is celebrating, and so in Vegas, going on today,
Oh, okay.
they are gonna give somebody some new ink.
Okay.
And so if you would like free Subway sandwiches for your entire life, like one sandwich a day,
Your entire life?
you're in the rest of your life.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay, then here's what you have to do. A 12 by 12 tattoo of the Subway logo, either on your sternum or on your back. That's a lot of commitment.
Man, that is a lot of commitment right there.
Yeah, but there's also some different things you can do, 3 by 3 or 2 by 2, and I think if you do a 2 by 2, I think you get sandwiches for like a month.
Okay.
Or something like that. So that's a little teeny. That's about. I do have
You got a little teeny
one
one?
on the inside of my wrist, and it's for my daughter. So it's a musical note into a heartbeat,
Oh,
and
okay.
she is the music of my heart.
Okay.
And I got that right before she went on a year-long mission trip.
Oh, I love that. So
Hurt so much.
my wife and I love to hike,
Mm-hmm.
and so like we find a lot of peace there. So I got the mountains.
Look at that.
So whenever I'm not in the mountains, I can still be with the mountains.
Oh, does it bring you peace? Like when you
does.
look at it, it brings the
does.
memory back up?
Yeah, thinking about because I got this one at the same time. I went with my sister. She got her very first one, and she got one. It was on her foot.
Ouchie.
And to memorialize our dad, and so I went with her on her first one. So
Did you hold her hand?
I was there.
Did she cry?
No, she was brave. I mean, I was so proud of her
Yeah.
because that is a tough place to get
Yeah.
one, and she braved it and went right through it, and maybe a tear or two every now and then, but she was a trooper.
Yeah, I whined. When I got mine, I sang. Do you remember the commercial, My Hiney So Charm and Shiny? Do you know that?
No.
So when I was having the son, I had to bring some, lightness to the situation. And so I sang, My honey so charm and shiny.
Oh,
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Subway says only today in Vegas, so I don't know if anybody can get there in time, but if you get a 12 by 12 tattoo on your sternum or your back, they will give you a free Subway sandwich every single day for the rest of your life. And I just think that's quite a commitment.
that is a big time
I
commitment
know.
there.
I mean, I got one, for a reason, like way back in the day. I mean, it's been 4 or 5 years, but it's way back in the day. But it's on the inside of my wrist, and it's tiny for my daughter before she went on a year-long mission trip.
And it hurt?
Oh, it hurt so bad. And Christy texted in and said, wait a minute. While you were getting your tattoo, you sang a song about Charmin toilet paper. And yeah, my honey, so Charmin shiny. Yes, I did. I had to get through somehow.
Did you sing it out loud though, or was it
Oh, I
singing?
did.
And what did the tattoo artist say?
You know what? She was very focused. And I mean, kind of cracked a smile. My daughter was laughing, but I'm like, my honey, so Charmin shiny. Oh. Yeah, so it really hurt. But Ninja, did it hurt when you got yours?
It kind of just felt like a little scratch tickle, and then as she got closer to my wrist, then it was like, oh, this is a little painful, but I did not sing as long.
You
Didn't-
just cried?
No, I was just like, ooh, stay focused.
So yours is for your daughter. What is yours, Ninja?
So mine's a blue squiggle. It's a river, and it's from our first dance song. It was Banks by Need to Breathe. And there's a line in the song that says, "I'll hold you close, but never hold you back. I'll be the banks to your river." And so I have the river, and Dusty has the banks.
Oh, that's so sweet.
See, I love the stories behind
I do
tattoos because there's
too.
always a
That
great.
is totes precious.
Yeah. How about you, Olivia? Your story.
After my mom passed, I had to learn how to do life new without her.
Yeah.
And also, God has made me into a new creation. And so if you think about it, butterflies are made new also because how they go through the whole metamorphosis type process. And so I decided I got a butterfly tattoo on my right hand as a remembrance for both.
I love that. Did it help you with that grieving process?
Maybe a little bit. I still miss her terribly, and it's hard.
Yeah, it is.
And God's the only thing that's getting me through. And prayer.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
This is the salad of the summer, and you can have my portion.
I'll take it. I'll take it all day long. It is the tomato cracker salad. I had never heard of this before.
I've never heard of it.
But when I saw it, I'm like, oh my gosh, it sounds like a tomato
Disgusting.
sandwich in a bowl, because you got the tomatoes, you got a sleeve of saltine crackers, and a big old slab of mayonnaise.
And that's it. That's all it's in
So
this salad.
salt and pepper, mix it
Yeah.
all. It's like a tomato sandwich. It sounds, it's the ultimate thing of summer right there, the tomato cracker salad.
If that's your summertime, you can have it.
You don't like Mater sandwiches?
I don't like a tomatoes. Where's the texture, Brian? So you have white mush bread. You have red mush tomatoes.
Okay.
And then you have mayonnaise. And do you use Duke's mayonnaise?
No, I'm gonna be a little controversial here. I didn't grow up with Dukes. Okay, so on my tomato sandwich, you're looking at me because I know this is going to stir up the pot. I love Miracle Whip on my tomato sandwich.
It's not mayonnaise. That's salad.
I didn't say it was mayonnaise.
You
but if
did
I
say it
have,
was mayonnaise.
No, I said instead of Dukes, I like Miracle Whip. No, it's salad dressing. I understand.
It is salad
If I have
dressing.
mayonnaise, it's Kraft.
Might as well put a bowl of sugar on your
Oh,
sandwich.
come
I don't
on.
even understand you. But no, tomato sandwiches. Yuck. However, a nanner sandwich. A banana mayonnaise sandwich? Now,
And you think a tomato sandwich is weird, and you like a nanner sandwich?
every now and then I get hankering for a nanner sandwich. I feel like I'm speaking like alien or something.
You should see the look on Ninja
Okay,
and Jake.
wait a minute. So, what's wrong?
Y'all be eating some weird sandwiches.
You don't like the tomato sandwich either, Ninja.
What a banana
Ninja?
sandwich.
Ninja.
No,
You don't like, so neither one of you like tomato or banana sandwiches.
no, I don't get that. It's not hereditary.
Your mama eats them then?
My whole family. I have seen, I don't know who it is, my grandpa, grandma, mom, whatever, but they would get a tomato and they will bite straight into it like an apple. And from then on, I was like, you know what? Maybe I'm not crazy.
No, I could almost do that to an onion, but not a tomato. I love onions.
Oh
Yeah.
my.
So Elizabeth just texted, and she's having an issue with maybe me, I guess. She said Hellman's. Hellman's is the only mayonnaise.
Oh well, I know.
No,
There's
Liz,
some Dukes fans that will do.
if I can't find Duke's, I will say my next go-to is going to be Hellman's. Miracle Whip. Honey, what are you thinking?
Do you even want to hear what else I love to put a big old dollop of mayonnaise in?
If you say liver mush, I'm just out.
No, my pinto beans.
You put mayonnaise in your pinto beans?
Delicious.
Mayonnaise in your pinto? I thought we were friends. I thought we had things in common.
Don't knock it till you try it.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Okay, it started out with the salad of the summer, the tomato cracker salad. His morning crew on his radio with Rob and Liz. And Liz went into this thing about she doesn't like maters. You don't like maters.
I don't like tomatoes, honestly, in just about any form or fashion, and especially on a tomato sandwich. It just seems like mush. I don't know. And so you, Brian loves to eat tomato sandwiches.
Tomato sandwich, but I like, the controversial statement, I like Miracle Whip on my tomato sandwich.
My mom tried to raise us on Miracle Whip, and it's just, to me, it's like eating a bowl of sugar. So Duke's all the way.
Okay.
But Pauline says, no, Hellman's always going to be my first choice. But if I'm out of Hellman's, I will have Duke's. She said, but I will never, ever, ever eat Miracle Whip. And Brian, Miracle Whip on a tomato sandwich, she says, no, baby, just no.
Pauline.
Love you, Pauline. Lauren is taking us down a dark, dark road.
Oh, yes.
Pineapple sandwich. It's pineapple and mayo, and these are some bad memories from school lunches. She brings up pear salad. That it was a half of a pear with a scoop of mayonnaise. A scoop of mayonnaise. Like, not even a dollop. We're talking a scoop of mayonnaise here with cheddar cheese, and a cherry on top. She says it's a Southern delicacy. I think it's a Southern travesty.
You do.
They would throw that thing on my little lunch tray when I was a little kid. I'm like 8 years old, and I'm like, no, no, no.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
It seems like people have those big fish stories. They like to tell those big fish stories about
Of course.
encountering the big one.
Well, you don't come home and say, oh, I caught a brim. A little tiny thing. No, okay, so there are a couple of people from Maryland that have a huge fish story to share. So they're out on their boat, just enjoying a day on the water, and all of a sudden, they got their fishing.
So they're English? They're from Maryland and they're English.
Well, when you're fancy, you have to have an accent. But they're out, with their fishing rods, and they're, just enjoying the day, have a picnic, cucumber sandwiches. And all of a sudden, they start to hear a ruckus because there's other boats kind of around. They start to hear a ruckus. There's a humpback whale.
No.
Okay, I'm not going to say they snagged this humpback whale on their fishing pole because fishing pole would be gone.
Yeah.
But the humpback whale breached the water. You know how they jump?
Mm-hmm.
How do you get that much weight to come up out of the water like that? I can't.
Why did you look at me? Why did you look at me when you said that?
I'm just talking to you. So this humpback whale breaches the water, lands on the front of the boat. The front of the boat goes under the water for a good couple of seconds. And I'm sure the humpback whale's like, oh, my bad. I got to go. And because he, swims off. But the boat did take on water. Thankfully, no one was injured. The boat did not sink. Same thing happens in Alabama. Not a humpback whale, a stingray.
No.
Stingray just comes flying across and lands on the front of the boat. It's like a 400-pound stingray. What is happening?
I just got one question about the whale story.
Yeah.
Were the cucumber sandwiches saved?
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Here's something I never learned to do, and I kind of regret it, but I don't really want to take the time to learn. His morning crew with Rob and Liz, his radio.
Changing tires?
Yeah.
Changing tires. Okay, so I've been a fan of NASCAR over the years. So watching those pit crews in action when they come in there and a guy comes in and they get 4 tires and gassed up and everything in like 13 seconds. It's amazing how they do that. But there was this pair of Italian guys. They decided to break the world record changing a tire on a vehicle while the vehicle was in motion.
What? How do you do that?
Well, it was a BMW car. There's 2 guys in the car. They go up, they hit a ramp, and they go up on 2 wheels. Okay, so the guy in the passenger seat climbs out of the car. He's like laying on the hood. He's changing the right front tire as the car's, and the other guy is using his skill. It's like a stunt show thing because the guy had so much skill just keeping the car on 2 wheels. Up on the side. Why I'm leaning like this as I tell you the story, because it was so stinking amazing to watch the video. And he changed the tire. It broke the Guinness World Record, which had been 90 seconds, a minute and 17 seconds.
It took him a minute and 17 seconds to crawl out of the passenger side, crawl over to the tire,
lay across the hood,
and then change the tire.
They had another tire mounted on the side, so he took it off and mounted it on the front, and it was amazing. And I like the little tribute to Evel Knievel because they had like Evel Knievel
the old
suits
stunt
on.
Guy, yeah,
the old red, white, and blue suits with a cape and everything.
All right, I'm putting that guy's number in my phone and taking out AAA.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
My wife got a text yesterday telling her when she has to be back to school. She works in the cafeteria, food services, and so we got 2 more weekends of summer.
Wow.
And then she's back working.
Well, I know that there are already some kids that are back in school now, and then some are going this coming week, and so it's over the next couple of weeks, that's it. That's the end of summer. So now that you're down to 2 weekends, are you planning anything?
Okay.
Are you? Brian?
Well, maybe not this weekend, but maybe the next weekend because it'll be like an anniversary weekend for us. So maybe I'm still.
We need ideas for anniversary. How many years?
34.
We need some 34-year anniversary ideas. Why do I sing everything? Okay.
I don't know. So maybe I hire you to
A singing telegram.
a singing telegram. Okay. All right. You got a friend. Where are you headed? What's going on?
But I am headed to the beach for 3 days by myself for the first time ever. And I'm a little nervous, so I appreciate traveling mercies. And I'm between jobs. I left the job Friday. My new job doesn't start till August 1st. And so I couldn't find anyone to go with me. So me and God are going, and God provided the new job. I'm headed to the beach for 3 days. I'm nervous about driving that far by myself, but God's with me.
I love that. Going to the beach by yourself as a last, that I can see where she might be a little nervous about it, but at the same time, the freedom. Like you just walk out on the beach when you want to, you get up when you want to, you read the book when you want to.
That's one of the closest place I feel close to God at the beach.
The water? Why is that?
What's the water? And because you can look out and just see forever, and it goes on and on and on. But even I think about Psalm 139 when it talks about the grains of sand, and you consider those, and his thoughts for you are greater than the grains of sand.
Which is wild. So
love it.
Hope she has a great time. What's your last blast of summer? 800-447-7234.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Last blast of summer? I can't believe.
Can you believe it?
Like the last week of July is right now. There are tax-free holiday weekends coming up. Kids are going back to school. And so it makes you go, I planned on, I used to do this all the time when the kids were little. I'd have these delusions of grandeur, right? At the beginning of summer. Oh, we're going to go to the Children's Museum, and then we're going to go to the zoo, and then we're going to go to the beach, and we're going to do it. And then it got to be about this time every year, and I'm like, we got to do it all this week because we didn't do it.
So you would wear them out on the last week, and then so they're like droopy and tired heading back to school. Is that what you're saying?
We always went on vacation the week before they went back to school, and the teachers were like, why did you do this?
Oh, my gosh. Okay, Christine, what's your last blast of summer?
So we're heading back home up to upstate New York, and we're just going to do a little family vacation over at Canandaigua Lake. Really excited about doing that. I've been looking forward to this all year long.
So it's a road trip, or you're flying?
We're driving.
And what do you do to pass the time? Because, that's kind of a long trip.
It is. It really is. So my husband's obsessed with 80s music, so we'll just probably be blasting 80s music. I'll probably have my phone on and just maybe watching a Star Wars movie and him just listening to it in the background.
And
so
I ran so far away.